Kenosha today.
Hello again, everybody.
Oh, Harry! Harry! Oh, yeah, Harry!
You know, there comes a time when you probably ought to stop broadcasting. I probably should have quit about 5 years before I passed.
I think we should have quit about 20 years ago.
That's okay. I've been listening since 10. I can't make anything out of it.
What am I accountant? What do I know? We only deal in truth here.
Oh, my God. What world am I living in? Scott Barter's making me laugh.
Don't you feel a little stupid? Go over there this afternoon. Throw your worm in the water. See how that works out.
Throw your worm in the water means something different in Los Angeles.
Well, it means about the same thing here in Kenosha. Wow. Things haven't changed.
That's what I'm saying. I can't make heads or tails which part is which.
Was a virgin sacrifice?
Not that I recall. We couldn't find one.
And not in Kenosha anyway, right?
Get through what you got to get through, Scott.
This program is a real challenge.
Good morning, everybody. This is Uncle Scotty Barter, and welcome to the April 27th edition of the award-winning Kenosha Today Weekly Report. Coming to you live from Studio A here at AM 1050 WIP. We are streaming live and booming across the very warm and sun-drenched cornfields of the Midwest.
It's not nice to fool with Mother Nature.
Well, here's for those that might have missed the weather report today.
Wisconsin's getting a lot of snow. Wisconsin's getting 12 inches of snow or over. It's going to be 30 plus centimeters of snow to hit.
Reaching out to over 1.4 million listeners residing here in the Tri-County area. Being brought this morning by our major sponsors, the Boathouse Pub and Eatery and Barter's Financial Planning Services, along with a host of other very fine local businesses. With us this morning, the Fixer, Elmo Schneider, joins us here in the Enchanted Kingdom this morning. Elmo.
Good morning.
What have you fixed this week?
Not much.
So you got that going for you. Also with us, my boyhood hero, our video coordinator, the Buddy Love, joins us here at Camp Happy Face. Buddy.
Good morning.
We have a solution to your pants in the ground problem.
Yep.
Spenders. Captain Mike, I'll get into this a little later, but Captain Mike...
I got to talk to him.
Yeah, he actually had somebody fit him for him, believe it or not. I think he was in it because the guy that gave him this, or he sold him the suspenders, was checking his inseam out.
Yeah.
At least that's what he called it. And engineering and board operating the Kenosha trolley ride this morning. Wacky Wayne's here with all my children.
So pleased. So pleased. Thank you for having me back again.
Well, you keep losing and drawing the short straw all the time.
Something like that.
So it looks like you're going to be with us for the duration of it.
Oh, I can't wait. Beside myself with joy over the sheer premise of
The highlight of his week.
enjoying.
Yeah.
And but you know what? Who's really losing out is Jockstrap Jake over there.
Do you think so?
Well,
you think he's losing out?
Well, we're trying to make a man out of him.
Well, he's still alive, so because he doesn't have to be here every Saturday. I'd be afraid that he would take his own life if he had to come in every Saturday.
Well, you're here.
That's because I'm a glutton for punishment.
Yeah.
He's on suicide watch, though.
Yeah. They don't let me have shoestrings.
Is that what this is for here?
Spank me, please.
He's on death watch.
This week, the Kenosha Today Secret Word Challenge is sponsored by Barter's Financial Planning Services. And the Kenosha Today Brain Trust has pre-selected this morning's secret word, and the first caller to say that will win a $20 Boathouse gift card. And speaking of Brain Trust, at the production meeting yesterday afternoon,
Yes.
both my daughters were there,
Oh, geez.
and their friends, and my granddaughter and grandson.
Wow.
So they're
It's
just
like a family affair.
well, yeah, coming in for the free kitty cocktails.
I
What do you
suppose.
think they're?
Yeah.
It's a
But no.
No, okay. Coming up after.
Thank you for asking.
Coming up after the 10:30 weather break, Kenosha's fastest growing game show sensation, the Lightning Round of City and Jeopardy, sponsored by the Boathouse Pub and Eatery. And then after the 11 o'clock break, this week's top 10 thought-provoking category written on the deck at the Boathouse Pub and Eatery. Now, last week we had a guy call in who was a little upset with, what the heck was he upset for? I forgot now. He was upset that...
Vulture.
yeah, that we... I had no idea what he was talking about. Anyway, in an effort of fairness, we have the top 10 reasons people should not listen to the Kenosha Today Show.
Only 10?
I had to pare that down.
We had to bring that down a peg, yeah.
Also, during the half hour, Stump the Chumps. And we're going to get back to our original Stump the Chumps and see if anybody's actually listening and if they are actually smarter than the chumps that sit here in this studio every Saturday morning. And if you're successful in stumping the chumps, we're going to let you join us for an upcoming show. You know, I got two names I got to get back to.
Right.
I actually have a High Five Zingers and Doofuses that I put together, and this is as the
What?
As the what turns?
As the fertilizer
As
turns.
the fertilizer turns.
Fertilizer turning, huh?
Because we have one of our faithful listeners sent me some tips on how to make your yard greener this spring.
That's why I
nice.
put the fertilizer in there. So.
Oh, I get it. I see. There's a definite.
Not that this show is full of fertilizer itself.
This show is full of fertilizer.
This show is fertilizer.
Yes.
Vermiculite.
No, worse.
No, it's Milorganite.
Milorganite. Yeah.
Right, that's
Vermiculite's insulation.
You know where Milorganite comes from? It's from the Milwaukee Sewage
Milwaukee
District.
Sewage
is.
District.
Yeah.
Yep.
that's what this show is.
Yep.
Yeah, thank you very much. It gets even better for those who might have forgotten. Tomorrow at noon, each and every Sunday, you can relive the magic here. You just really get
I haven't used that in a
excited.
minute.
Haven't heard that in
yeah.
a while, yeah.
Wait, you should make your own version of that.
Yeah, right. Oh, God, why? Yeah.
And then you can watch the replay of this finely tuned, professionally produced Excuse for Radio show on Spectrum's Channel 14, Tuesdays at 5, Wednesdays at 6, and, of course, you night owls, the ever-popular 2:30 a.m. Saturday replay is there for the viewing.
No. No, it's not.
The media's making a monster out of you because they don't care about the truth. All they care about is entertainment. Well, you need a forum where they don't even know the meaning of the word entertainment. Public access television.
Well, you're just all perked up today, ain't you?
Sure.
You're jacked up on something.
Flashback Saturday?
Yeah, Flashback Saturday.
Stuff we haven't done in a minute.
And then, of course, on Saturdays, feel free to join us around 3 o'clock when we get together at Amen Corner.
Saturdays?
What did I say?
You said
Friday.
Saturdays. Fridays.
Well,
Saturday.
Thursday, Sunday, days that end in Y.
Right.
Why? Because
We have a number of topics to discuss this morning.
We do?
I'm waiting for Gunga to call. And
Why are we waiting for him to call?
Well, one of these topics is directly related.
Is directly related?
Yeah.
What is it? Is it cousin?
Well, when he
Mohammed?
calls in, well, it could be.
Numbnuts Patel?
Yeah.
No.
Well, I'll wait for him.
Okay.
Is this Gunga?
All right, there you go. You ask and ye shall receive.
All right. Good morning, on Kenosha today.
This is Ganga from Libertyville.
And
I'm calling and see if you received my text.
Obviously, I haven't, but what was it?
Are we still on for tonight?
He's got his lime green stretch pants on for you, Gunga.
Yes, that's what I'm looking forward to. I was wondering if you are prepared for an evening of fun and casual sex.
I don't think anyone can prepare you for that, but he's as close as one can get.
Here's the question I have. Do you have any surgery at Aurora lately? Hospital up here?
Have I?
Yeah. Have you been there?
Below or above the waist?
Well, well, I can tell you where it's probably been because there's an article in the Kenosha paper this week. 12 nurses from their surgical services are all with child, and I'm reading this, and this has got you written all over this.
Oh, doctor.
It certainly does. However, I have been fixed.
You've been sick. Well, what did you? Oh,
I
fixed.
shoot blanks.
So much for the casual sex
So
aspect
the
of this.
arrow points to you.
I'm right there in the. My fixer took care of that back in '86 when I had that special knee operation.
Oh, certainly.
Hey,
that's correct. That's always good. Every time I've gotten a knee operation, I've had something else cut off.
Hey, I was looking in the Kenosha paper. They had an ad for the Sugar Shack on Friday and Saturdays. They have shows at 8, 10, and 12. And this,
Is that where you'd like to go this evening?
well, you don't have to perform there. We can just go as a couple, right?
That's what I'm saying.
Yep.
Yes, I'll pick up some fresh ones.
fresh
Fresh
one.
ones.
Crispy ones we can put down their trousers.
Somebody want to turn up Scott's headphones so he can hear things.
Yeah, well, he's
age.
Yeah,
hearing goes.
Yep.
We had that conversation last week.
I was watching CNN this week, and they were talking.
You did not answer my question.
I'm sorry. What was the question?
Do you want me to pick up some fresh $1 bills so we can stuff them down the men's trousers?
You might as well go ahead.
Every time I perform out there, of course, I'm in the senior division. I get these little 80-year-old ladies throwing change in my my deal.
In your deal?
In my
somehow, I don't think it's a very good deal.
Your cod piece?
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, his cod piece. Yes, I'm quite aware of the cod piece. His is probably shaped like a coin purse.
Cha-ching, cha-ching. Anyway.
Yes, they have to open those little flaps.
Okay. I got one. Anyway, I was watching CNN. You're getting me all nervous, Gungam. I'm starting to sweat under the arms.
Yes, I'm anticipating this evening also.
Anyway, I was watching.
Scott's bright red.
I was watching CNN.
Look at him go.
I was watching.
Is he blushing, Mr. Sexy Wayne?
He is blushing.
Yep.
Heavily.
Oh, give him a big smoocho for me.
Yes. We'll get Elmo to do it because that way it'll be on camera.
Oh, yeah. That's a good kisser.
Can I get to my CNN story?
Why?
Well, I got a question for him.
Oh.
You know, this Robert Kraft, who's the owner of the Patriots, has pleaded not guilty. And so they were going to show the film of this. And in this place, 24 Orchids of Asia, and they had it looks like there's one guy right behind him in line, and he had a turban, and you could see the camel out in the parking lot. So I'm assuming that was you.
No, that was my cousin Morty.
Morte?
Morty. Yeah. His name is also Patel.
Morte Patel.
Morte Patel.
Yes. No tell Patel. he never squeals on a good massage parlor.
Well, apparently the FBI
good policy.
had set this thing up for about 6 years, and they were actually looking for human trafficking, and all of a sudden they discovered this and charged him. And according to the legal experts, once if you have the warrant and you're looking for human trafficking, because you and Kraft get caught in this prostitution deal. I mean, they can't. What did you plead? You pleaded not guilty too, didn't you?
Certainly, because I always pay cash. I never charge.
Boy, you're smarter. You got it coming. So
yeah, when you got the credit cards, it's always a paper trail.
It's never a good thing.
Yeah, especially when you're chasing Shirley. Also, when you go to the no-tell motels, you never pay a charge card at the motel. You always pay cash.
So you're trying to cover your tracks, but it's not a whole lot of people I know wearing a turban going into a place like this. It's got a camel.
Oh, more
I was sitting in the parking lot. I mean, that's kind of a dead giveaway.
Yes, I have several witnesses that will testify I've never been there at those particular times.
At those particular times. Hey, so in other words, you're denying that you had anything to do with these 12 nurses from the surgical service.
Certainly not. I'm saving myself for you now. What time should I pick you up?
Yes.
You can just text me your garage door opener.
Oh, yeah. Hell, don't everybody in town knows that.
It's on a bathroom wall in a couple of places.
Yeah.
Don't forget the vodka and
that's
chips.
What it is. For a good time, call SB. Oh, I thought it was something different.
Well, you had the first part right, for a good time, but the phone line's a little. I'm in a terrible slump here, but thanks to you,
You're bouncing back.
I'll bounce back and rise to the occasion.
Yes, I'll make sure that you get lucky this evening.
Okay.
If not with me, with some other 30 young men.
Okay. All right, Gunga, you got anything you want to ask me other than?
I think he already did.
What time I should pick you up?
Well,
yes.
What should I wear?
Well, what do you think by the first date? What you should wear? Oh, wear something a little revealing. Maybe one of those man suits with the fishnet.
Should I wear the gold chain?
Chest hairs will pop through.
I was actually thinking of wearing something a little strapless off the shoulder. You know.
I thought you could wear Captain Mike's suspenders.
I'm going to wear Captain Mike's suspenders.
Excellent. Oh, that would be manly. Ask Sexy Wayne during the show or after the show what you should wear. He is a dress code aficionado.
Very much so.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, Gunga. Well,
Yeah.
as always,
Have a
it's-
wonderful day, gentlemen. It was nice talking.
Always a pleasure, Gunga.
see you tonight, sweetheart.
Thank you.
I see you, and don't be late, sweetheart.
Yes, you Wayne, give him a smoochie.
Will do.
Ready? Good morning. You're on Kenosha today.
Good morning, everybody. Buddy Love, good morning, and everybody.
Hi, Shirley.
Hi.
Shirley,
Boy, it sounds like you and Gunga are going to really have some evening tonight.
you're not jealous, are you? I know you've been his main squeeze, but
I know.
I know.
feel a little left out, yeah.
Hey, I got your.
Don't worry, they can get you involved.
I got your email this week, Shirley, on, and we're going to call these the Kenosha Day tips on how to make your yard greener.
Your
Spray
grass
paint.
greener. That's what I said, paint. That was
Grass greener.
Like grass greener?
Well, yeah, your yard, grass, whatever.
Uh-huh.
And
Out in your garage,
one other
whatever.
thing was, use the same fertilizer that Shirley uses for the plants in her garage. That'll make the grass green.
Right, it sure is green. Yeah, use that.
Or you can water it down with the 17 leakers from the city council.
Uh-huh.
I can't believe you actually wrote that. Or you could have Gunga bring his camel, Clyde, to your house and let him fertilize the old-fashioned way.
Yeah, oh yeah, that'd be good fertilizer, right?
And you can mulch
That sure would.
You can mulch all the flushables directly into the commode.
Uh-huh, yeah.
Uh-oh.
Sure.
There you go.
Here's I can't believe you wrote this one either. Increase your sex life by eating a kilo of Miracle Grow.
That's a good one.
And you can change your online dating name to We'd Be Gone. Anyway.
They're all good.
So are you going to hunker down and get ready for the big snowstorm?
Oh yeah, that's why I had to call early because we're headed to the store to make sure we got enough supplies.
This is
It's going to be melted by
blizzard,
tomorrow.
yeah.
How much you think we're going to get here?
Yeah, they say 1 to 3 inches, but I don't know. Whatever we get, it's going to be 40 next week, so it won't last long at all.
It'll be gone tomorrow.
Yeah, so what are you going to have to go to the store for? Flashlight
I
batteries?
got to get milk and different stuff.
Get some vodka and chips. That's all we need.
Yep.
Yeah, there you go. For my rum shot, I got to get that, then I'll be all set.
And it doesn't matter how much it snows.
That's
Isn't
right.
it? Oh my gosh.
Okay, Shirley. Well, as
Bunch
always.
of them, yeah, at Aurora.
Yeah, that's, you don't know anything about that, do you? 12
No,
nurses.
I go to Aurora all the time. I go all the time. But no, I don't know anything about that.
Well, if I'm having surgery, I'm not going to Aurora because I ain't going to get blamed for any of this. These moms range from 21 to 41.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
They
there's
could blame you for some of that, Scott.
Something in the water out there.
yeah, just springtime. What does they say about springtime? A young man's fancy turns to love or something?
Uh-huh.
I thought it was young man's fancy turns to golf.
Yeah. I better stick with the golf because I ain't doing very much of the
That's
other.
more like it, uh-huh.
Yeah. All right, Shirley. Well,
I don't think we'll get much snow. I
right.
don't know. And if we do, we'll make it, I'm telling you.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, as always, it's been riveting talking to you.
You too, you guys too.
And
Your show is always very, very interesting. You never know.
That's what you call it,
I
interesting.
don't know.
So, are you still saying prayers for us on Sundays?
Yes, I am. Uh-huh.
That doesn't seem to be working very well.
It doesn't help at all.
We might have to go back to the drawing board on that.
Yeah, no, I do. I pray for all you guys.
Thanks, Shirley.
All right, Shirley. Thanks. Bye-bye.
Okay, don't get too snowed out.
Yeah, okay.
One can only hope
I'll
not.
be out
Bye-bye.
tonight.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye, 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 goodbye.
Good morning. You're on Kenosha today?
No, not yet.
Not yet.
I had to wait and check.
All right.
There you go.
Good morning. You're on Kenosha today?
Hey, good morning, gentlemen. Just as a live report, I'm out here in the 17th district, and we have 8 plow trucks standing by. So be aware, the 17th district is covered, and as soon as the snow starts to fall, the blades are going down.
Yeah, boy.
The sparks will fly.
How much vodka do they have on hand?
Oh, they don't have anything like that, but I hope Shirley can make it and get back in time with all of her supplies. 'Cause we're gonna really have we gotta a massive snowstorm coming. So run for cover.
In the Kenosha,
Make sure you have enough supplies for the next 5 days.
but the 17th district is covered, right?
As far as I can see, I see 8 trucks that are standing by on the shoulder right now, surrounding Whitecaps.
Drop the blades and go. You know,
go, yep.
The first drop flake could be coming pretty quick here. So,
hey, I heard 6 inches per hour. So,
Wow.
you know, the news has hyped up the weather. I think the last count was 6 inches per hour. Thunder snow.
Yeah.
Thunder snow.
I never heard of that, but
Yeah, go down to the storm cellar.
okay, Dorothy. See you in Kansas.
Have a good one, guys.
All right. Thanks for the update.
We're all.
Well, I like that when people are concerned about this community and call us with that. And remember one guy called us and there was a big accident out on the interstate.
Yeah.
And thank God he called because he also gave us the report that the on the border parking lot was pretty empty.
Yeah.
I mean, there was still room, you know, if somebody wanted to pull off, hypothetically. Hey, at Thursday's afternoon's production meeting, I'll set this up here. I retained the services of a new advisor for me. Did you ever hear this Kenosha Rocks program?
No.
I had never heard of this. And apparently, it's called Kenosha Rocks. And I got this new advisor, Little Ricky, my rock advisor.
Okay.
And apparently, this is true. These people paint these little rocks and put them all over the city.
Okay.
And you're supposed to collect them. And I got 2.
Wow, look at you go.
And
You lucky.
I think, I don't know.
Special.
I'm special. Wait till Gunga sees my rock collection.
Yes, he's definitely going to be looking at your rocks.
I think I did some research, and I think this is started by a cult that meets underneath the 50th Street Bridge.
Rock on.
Well, you'd probably know best.
Well, I see these people down there. I thought they were fishermen, but here they are, rock painters.
Painting rocks.
So I don't know how long this has been around, but if any of our listeners have some information on this Kenosha Rocks, I'd be delighted to hear from
You
them.
know, Wayne, it was funny. You got to Amen Corner yesterday, and they got this larger rock holding down the cocktail napkins
same
right
thing.
right on the corner of the bar, and it just had scum written on it. So,
Oh, somebody knew where Scotty sits. Gotcha.
That was a coincidence.
Right. Purely coincidental.
yeah.
Well, when we get back, we can talk about this. This is also supposed to be Penguin Appreciation Day, but
No,
Again?
that was Thursday.
Okay, good.
Well, we missed that.
Shucks.
And,
No, Penguin Awareness Day.
Awareness Day, yeah. And we can talk a little bit about the Packers screwing up the draft. You know, they picked this guy from Michigan, a defensive lineman, number 12th overall.
So we could
pick.
talk about it, or we could talk about it
I'm
now?
setting it up. This is called.
This sounds like you're telling the whole story.
I'm setting this up.
teaser.
Oh, okay.
Teasing. You remember that? What do they
Oh,
call
I
it?
know what it is.
Tossing the carrot, or what are they?
Right.
Dangling the carrot. Yeah.
Yes.
We can talk about that and
You and Gunga do.
dangle
Yes.
the carrot.
It's a fun game Gunga and Scotty play.
Who do we have on the weather?
Pete.
Oh, you're the weather? Oh, Pete?
No, Pete is.
Well, if he
Pistol
comes
Pete.
back with this nonsense about a snowstorm, we're going to do our own.
Oh, okay.
So we'll be back in a couple minutes.
Wisconsin's getting a lot of snow. Wisconsin's getting 12 inches of snow or over. It's going to be 30 plus centimeters of snow to hit.
Get out to the grocery store, folks, and pack, get some belongings for at least 5 days.
Batteries.
Batteries, yeah.
Lots of frozen pizza.
Lots of beer. One of our friends, almost sees, we're not going to say his name, or her name.
Their name.
She was buying 30 packs of
Coors Light.
Coors Light. 30 packs.
You need a hand truck to move.
Well, no, they have to take put them on a skid and use it. What do you call it? Anyway, once again, a very good morning to everybody. This is Uncle Scotty Barter, and welcome to the April 27th edition of the award-winning Kenosha Today Weekly Report. We are coming to you live from Studio A here at AM 1050 WLIP, spreading the love. If you heard our exchange with Gunga this morning, I think he's hot for me. I knew that when he sat in here a couple weeks ago, when he touched my shoulder. Anyway, we are in the red-hot airways of WLIP to over 1.4 million people residing in the Kenosha Today Nation. And we invite you to join the thousands of fans who have already signed up and liked us on Facebook. We are brought to you by our major sponsors, the Boathouse Pub and Eatery and Barter's Financial Planning Services, along with a host of many other very fine local businesses. In the House of Cheer this morning, Elmo the Fixer Schneider. joins us at our encounter group.
You know, Scott, speaking of the boathouse, when I went to use the restroom there yesterday, I noticed somebody had conveniently scratched out your old garage door code written on the stall wall and replaced it with the new one since you had it changed. So that was
in marker, black magic marker.
No, this was like they used a knife to just
they scrawled it in.
Yeah.
So.
All right, I'm spreading the love. Also joining us, the Kenosha Today Love Doctor, the Buddy Love, the camera dude.
You are to
die for.
And engineering and board operating the Kenosha Today trolley ride this morning, the prettiest face here at Alpha Media. Wacky Wayne's here pushing all the right buttons, allowing us to take phone calls that are appropriate.
Yeah, when appropriate.
But we don't really have any word yet on your replacement.
No word on that. Yeah.
Well, the good news is
something in the works.
The good news is you get to stay here every Saturday.
Right. Lucky me.
You should have taken the plea deal.
Yeah, right. Don't worry, the litigation will be coming. I'll be getting in touch with some people, and
coming
sure
up,
you'll be on the front page of the paper soon enough.
Spider, you okay there, buddy?
No, sinus.
Sinus. Coming up after the 11:30 break, our weekly editorial segment, High Five Zingers and Doofuses. This week it's as the fertilizer turns. High Five Zingers and Doofuses. And also known in the first half hour, has won this morning's Secret Word Challenge, sponsored by Barter's Financial Planning Services. And if you do happen to mention that, I will give you a $20 Boathouse gift card. And again, the show is recorded for training purposes, I think, right?
Oh, yeah, definitely recorded for training purposes.
Hey, what?
And after the 11 o'clock break, the top 10 reasons people should not listen to this show.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
There are many reasons. But guess what?
There was
Don't worry about it.
Not anymore.
I'm taking care of my business.
That's right.
Don't you worry. Poor Scott.
Trying to micromanage things here.
Well, he always wants to get the phone call.
Well,
I don't want to finish my story. I just want to take the phone call. Now, see, this guy is unavailable.
Yeah.
Okay.
And, I mean, we could interrupt the show every time he calls, or you could just let me do my thing. It's entirely up to you.
Yep.
It's your show. You pay for the privilege of being here. If you want to waste your money talking about phone calls that you may or may not take, like the second one, we can take that one.
Thanks for the lecture, Dad.
No problem, son.
Good morning. What?
I think he needs to get out of here.
Good morning on Kenosha Today.
Good morning, men.
Yes, sir.
Good morning.
Last time I called, I was chastised and threatened by an angry woman. But
yeah.
I'll try asking a serious question.
Uh-oh.
Does anybody there know what's really going to happen in the harbor in terms of dredging, where the sludge goes?
Yeah.
Is it going to be done by the tall ships deal?
Well, here's the deal. I just talked to some guys from the yacht club who are instrumental in this thing. This week, in fact, they are supposed to start like this next week, and unbeknownst, I've never heard of this thing, but they got permission from somebody to put this silk or whatever they call this dredgings and put it on a barge, and they're taking it down somewhere off the shores of Pleasant Prairie and putting it back in the lake. I didn't know you could do that, but this is what's going to happen this time. And
is this some sort of shtick you're pulling on?
No, that's how goofy that is. No, it was they're going to put it on a barge, as opposed to the last time when they did this a couple years ago when they put it in trucks and took it down by the band shell there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but this they're going to put it on barges and take it a couple miles south and dump it back in the lake off of the shores of Pleasant Prairie.
Mm-hmm.
And they're supposed to start pretty quick here because the tall ships are coming in on, I think, the 4th of August. And
yeah, that's what I was wondering. They better get hustling.
Yeah, and these guys took a reading, and in some places, about half the channel it's down to 7 feet.
Ooh.
So they had a couple really bad storms this spring that came in out of the northeast. And again, they are also going to put a sidewalk from where the yacht club is all the way down to where you can get on the North Pier. And then they're going to extend the pier to the breakwater.
Oh, no. That gives us more. Oh, I won't say it.
Yeah. Or drownings.
I'm going to be respectful. I won't say it.
Yeah, not like the caller that called you and took you to task.
Yeah.
Yes.
Boy, that was...
I'm not afraid of her dad anyway, so...
Boy, young Jake was sitting here when that happened, And he was so nervous he missed the dump button. He was pounding the desk all over there and he missed it. But I guess you have to take the bad with the good.
Yep.
Now, you're not intimidated by her, are you?
Just her craziness.
Oh, now you're going. Look at the phone lines light up again. But going back to your question, that is the plan, the true
rumor
plan
on the street.
No, this is what they said, and they're going to start pretty quick. I think this next week, so we'll see what happens.
Okay, thanks.
All right, say.
Sure.
All right, now, did I say what the top 10 reasons? Yeah, the top 10 reasons people should not listen to this show.
Right.
All right, now, boys and girls, it's time to play Kenosha's fastest-growing game show sensation, the lightning round of City and Jeopardy, sponsored by the Boathouse Pub and Eatery. And to be eligible, no one from your household could have won any contest on WLIP within the last 60 days. We now clear the phone lines.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Got to stop all them calls.
I'm going to read the question.
Hold on, there's 4 calls. We got to wait.
You get a lot of joy out of this, don't you?
I have to.
You're going to miss.
Otherwise, I'd be swinging.
You're going to miss me when you leave.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
He's venting.
I'm going to read the question, which is a very sophisticated, intelligent, multiple-choice question.
That's been sealed in a glass.
I'm going to get to that. Don't take my material. You will then get 3 somewhat intellectual answers to choose from, and after that, you will hear the... And the first caller to correctly answer the question wins a Kenosha Today $25 gift certificate to the Boathouse Pub and Eatery.
You should give T-shirts.
Located at 4917 7th Avenue here in Kenosha. Open Monday through Friday at 11 a.m., featuring weekly lunch and dinner specials. To include reduced prices during the happy hours, Monday through Fridays from 3 to 6. And enjoy a beautiful waterfront view and stop in for their big Sunday brunch, serving from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. And if you're planning a party or a banquet, call Joyce 262-654-9922, or you can find them on the web at boathousekenosha.com. Here's the sophisticated question. Oh, I forgot to tell you why this is a sophisticated question.
Oh.
Because Racine was voted a smart city.
Oh, here, hold on. We'll turn off the music.
Well, I didn't get to that, but Racine was listed as one of these smart cities.
Okay.
And Kenosha was not. And so here's my question, the sophisticated question this morning. What is the number one reason why Kenosha wasn't listed as a smart city? A, the Russians colluded to converting all our streetcars into trolleys. B, Kenosha's 3 core values consisted of long, island, and iced teas. Or C, Kenosha's motto is stupid is what stupid does. Is that, did I say that right, Elmo?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. First caller, 262-694-1050. Boy, look at the phones light up now.
Oh, yeah.
I'm giving stuff away. How bad is that?
You always forget about the delay.
Yeah.
Oh.
There's that whole delay.
Okay. They don't get it for about 30 seconds.
Oh, is it that long?
No.
What is the number one reason why Kenosha wasn't listed as a smart city? A, the Russians colluded in converting all our streetcars into trolleys. B, Kenosha's 3 core values consisted of long, island, and iced teas. Or C, Kenosha's motto is stupid is what stupid does. Well, I guess nobody wants to win today.
They've all won within 60 days.
Right. All 5 of our listeners have won recently, so...
All right, well, if somebody wants to call me back, we'll still give them a chance. But in the meantime, Kenosha County is still a good place to find work. And for all you business owners out there, what better way to seek qualified new hires than to take advantage of the very low Kenosha Today advertising rates and increase your ability to fill these positions? There are approximately 1.4 million people living in the WIP listening area, reaching as far south as Chicago, west to Lake Geneva, and to the northern suburbs of Milwaukee. So if you're looking to fill any job, give me a call, 262-652-6767, 652-6767, and we'll get you all squared away. All right, do we have a caller?
We do.
Or shouldn't I be asking anymore?
No, but we do.
Okay. Good morning, you're on Kenosha Today.
Hi, how are you?
Oh, very fine, thank you for asking. Who's this?
Tricia.
Tricia. All right, hang on, Tricia. Trica, right?
Trisha.
Yes.
Multiple spellings.
All right, Tricia. I'm going to read the question for you because you probably forgot it, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Give it to me again.
All right. What is the number one reason why Kenosha wasn't listed as a smart city? A, the Russians colluded in converting all our streetcars into trolleys. B, Kenosha's 3 core values consisted of long, island, and iced teas. Or C, Kenosha's motto is stupid is what stupid does. Tricia.
Stupid is what stupid does.
You got it, baby. You got it. Yeah, did you see this article? I was going to get to it, and I forgot. I have it here someplace. That Kenosha, Racine, here it is. Racine was among 5 in the nation chosen as a smart city, and the council's website says it promotes cities and embody 3 core values, which obviously in this case was Long Island and ISDs. And they have the core values, and they were judged on workability, livability, and it supports cities and provides healthy living conditions without pollution. And Racine's on there, and we aren't?
Yeah, no, I don't believe that. I used to live in Racine, but now I live in Kenosha.
I think we got scammed, don't you, Tricia?
Yeah, I think they need to do a recount.
Yeah. Hey, are you familiar with this Kenosha Rocks program?
Yeah, actually, I participated in a little bit. It's pretty cool.
How long? So you paint these little things, and you?
What I do is I go down to like the beach and find the flat rocks and come home, paint whatever. I'm not a very good artist, but I just paint pictures on them, and then you go rehide them, and then if you find some that somebody else has done, you're supposed to either keep them if you really like them or rehide them somewhere else after you post a picture on Facebook.
Of the rock, right?
Of the rock.
Of the rock, yeah.
Okay.
I think it's geared towards little kids to get them out and away from the TV screens and the video games. And
all right, now I got to ask you another question. Now be careful how you answer this. How do you spell scum? It's not SCOTTE.
Scum?
Yeah.
SCUM?
You don't win anything, but yes, that's a correct answer. Here, off the air, Wacky Wayne's going to get your address, your phone number, correct spelling of your last name, and I'll send you on Monday a $25 Kenosha Today Boathouse gift certificate.
Okay, great, thank you.
And when you come, you can always join us at 3 o'clock on a Friday, and you might want to bring a little extra cash just in case.
Okay, we'll do that.
No, you won't. You're lying,
you
Tricia.
You never know. Okay.
All right.
We might. Never know.
Who's we?
Me and my husband.
Oh, leave him at home. How long you been married?
Married for 1 year, May 19th, together for 19.
Oh, didn't we have this conversation about a year ago?
Yeah, we sat next to you for a couple hours.
Oh,
on
that's
Saturday
right.
afternoon.
And after that, you're still married?
And yeah, we're still married.
Yeah.
Well, that's amazing. Well, I forgot your husband's first name was...
Yeah, Dick.
Dick, yeah.
Yeah.
So did you get a lot of your family and friends listen to you on that time?
Some claim that they did, but I don't know if that's true or not.
I know this is how the radio game works. Everybody listens to this. And when push comes to shove, well, what do we talk about? I can't remember.
Yeah, right.
All right, Tricia, don't go away because Wayne's going to get your information off the air here.
Okay.
All right.
Thanks, Tricia.
And Elmo, you got a little...
We're going to talk about the union.
We're talking about, if anybody wants to comment about Racine being listed 5 in the nation as a smart city. The fix had to be in here. I just...
Well, I think you're reading that article wrong. Okay, they're going to get some money to become a smart city. Kenosha is already smart enough. They do not need government assistance to become smart.
Well, I like my way better.
Taco Bell in Madison's going to get a liquor license.
Booze at Taco Bell. Okay,
Good morning, you're on Kenosha Today.
Good morning, Scott. How's it going?
Hey,
Dennis. Very fine. Thank you for asking.
This is the husband of the year.
How's that? that I think ended. You're heir to the throne. Are you on the throne?
No.
Flush.
Flush. Just make you feel at home. See, you can't get nothing past these guys.
So you've been waiting on what's her name, hand and foot, as she convalesces there?
Yeah.
So.
You pick up your award-winning husband of the year plaque, and now you ditched her.
No, she's actually doing really, really well with her recovery. She's way ahead of schedule.
Good.
Hey,
good to hear. Good to hear.
You didn't. Go ahead.
I heard your question about a smart city.
Yeah.
I can't believe that Kenosha wasn't, as you said, ahead of Racine. Multiple reasons. I mean, number one, Captain Mike resides in Kenosha. Okay.
Yeah.
Number two, Kenosha's got more salad bars than Racine. That's for sure. Okay.
Okay.
And number three, the 17th district, I believe, is that it? It's
right.
got the best snow removal in the world. So
Yeah, we just had a caller call in. They got eight plows, and as
Ready
soon
to
as the first snowflake hits the ground, they're dropping the plows, and out they go. Sparks flying.
the only thing is, I think in your district, more people get plowed than streets.
That's probably correct.
You stayed up all night to think of this, didn't you?
No, I didn't.
Hey, when you had your surgery, did you have it over here at Aurora in Kenosha?
No, I had it in Waukesha.
Well, apparently, 12 nurses over at Aurora are pregnant. And
My God.
That's why I asked you if you had any checkups over there. And
Well, I am, after being named Husband of the Year, I am important. So you could be right, I'm not impotent. So
yeah, you're Husband of the Year, not Father of the Year.
even though Melvin might have said that I was impotent, I don't know.
Hey,
How's Melvin doing, by the way?
He be out there at Studevant in the Husband of the Year appreciation workshop out there.
Oh my God! Now, did you have any feedback to Melvin in assisting me being named that? I know you did a lot of research on me, I believe.
Yeah. No, nobody called in and swore at us. Do you remember that, Elmer?
Nope.
Nobody called in and swore at me.
No.
And so I would have remembered that. But
And I can't walk down the streets here in Waterford. Everybody is mobbing me for autographs and things like that. Husband of the Year, it's unbelievable.
It's probably more because of this, though.
Pants on the ground, looking like a fool with your pants on the ground, with the bowl in your mouth, hat turned sideways.
Just saying.
My
Wayne
favorite
brought-
military man.
he brought his
Colonel
A game
Larry
to the
Flack.
place today. Jeez.
Dennis, do you get to charge for autographs like Shirley does?
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask you.
No, because when I sign, they really can't prove it's me. I just have to use my X.
There you go.
What's her name?
Yeah.
Oh, he's-
Actually, there is an X.
Yep.
well, we know that. So, with the snow coming, did you get out and get all your supplies? And so you probably won't be going to the mall tomorrow with the missus.
Well, no. As a matter of fact, since I am Husband of the Year, Nancy hopes we are snowed in for a few days, if you know what I mean.
Yep.
No, I don't know what you mean. And don't tell me either.
She must be getting better ahead of schedule there.
I told you last week, pace yourself.
Hey, you were talking about the Packers draft choice. What were you saying about him?
Well, I got it right here in front of me. It's this guy comes out of Michigan, and they drafted him number 1 and number 12 overall. And the guy didn't even play hardly last year. And his highlight film is him limping off into the locker room because he's hurt. And what I'm suggesting is you don't spend a number 1 pick. This is my view, that you give it or take a number 1 pick or even a couple on skilled position players. I mean, plus they need somebody to protect Rodgers, who's 35 years old, and they're probably going to need a new quarterback at some point in time. And this guy, when I'm talking about Kenosha Rocks, this guy doesn't look like he's all that bright.
I don't know, Scott. I talked to somebody that's far more expert at football than you, and he said you always fail when you draft for position. To fill, you would draft to fill a position. You take the best athlete available.
Well, this guy's got more bandages on his legs. He's never even played a full season, so we'll see. And
they must know something about him. So.
In the meantime, I dug out all my Bears shirts, so I'm looking forward to backing a winner at some point in time. Hey, speaking of, hey,
at least the Packers had some draft choices. The Bears didn't get the draft.
Yeah, that's right. Round. They traded all of them away.
They traded them all away for that Mac guy. And Elmer, we actually talked some decent sports. Robbie Gould, he wants out of San Francisco. And the 49ers made him a franchise player, meaning, we looked this up if I got this right, that if he goes back to the Bears and the Bears match this or give him an offer and the 49ers match it, he's got to stay there for another year, apparently. And like Elmo says, wait till you see his preseason kicking. He's going to dink this and
He'll
dink
start
that.
shanking them all over the place, and then
Be
they'll
back with
cut
the
him, and he'll
Bears.
go back with the Bears.
Yeah.
That's what
Is that all you got to
Yeah,
say?
well, we'll see what happens this year. I know the Packers' defense should be better. I know that.
Well, can't
Yeah, they got a couple good rushers.
That's
free
what they
agency,
needed.
too.
But anyway, we'll see, and I hope you get through this big snowstorm that's coming through here. So,
Oh, I know. It's going to be unbelievable.
yeah. All right, we'll say hi to the missus, and vodka bottle's only down about a half, so I think I got enough coming Wednesday to get through it. Next week.
All right. Well, at least I don't have to use a refrigerator. I'll be able to keep it cold in the snowbank.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Bye.
All right, you guys take it easy. And this is one of the greatest and most listened to shows in the Tri-County area.
If not the world.
If not the world.
You're streaming all over.
We are
Yes,
the
we are.
world. We should
You're
play
streaming
We Are the
all over,
World.
but that's my problem when I go to the bathroom. So anyway.
All right, Dennis. Later.
You know, Scott, you're talking
Yeah.
about vodka, and I came across this article. It had to be the stupidest article in the world. It says 16 unique uses for your leftover vodka. Now, who has leftover vodka? Is what
This is the kind of topics that we deal with. And, we just don't sit down and whistle Dixie there
Right.
in Man Corner. We talk about something of substance.
That's right.
Substance abuse. Because we do span the globe, and this week Putin and one dumb chump over there from Korea, you don't think they could reach the studio with a rocket, do you? If I call him one dumb chump?
Yeah, without any problem.
They could?
Oh, yeah.
Well, are we done with the show pretty quick?
No, you got, like 17 minutes before it hits here? You'd be fine.
Sure.
Well, anyway, I'd like to
Don't
know...
they have like an anti-ballistic missile defense system here over the studio at WLIP?
Oh, yeah. We got duct tape on the tower
Yeah.
and the tinfoil, and we were about a 17-minute delay.
From noon on Saturday until 10 a.m. the next Saturday.
Yeah.
There's a 2-hour window where the missile
Missiles
defense system here at WLIP
it's down for
is
maintenance.
down for maintenance and scheduled repair. It's from 10 to noon on Saturday. I don't know what that means. Maybe
Yeah.
somebody's trying to say something. I don't know.
Well, anyway, getting back to one dumb chump here, I wonder what him and Mr. Putin were talking about. A little loud.
I've never hit that button, so I was kind of curious what was going to happen.
We'll have to come
Scott
back.
had a heart attack.
We'll have to-
Problem solved.
We'll come back out of the break with that. Otherwise, we're going to get just like the Kate Smith episode when we played 20 seconds in that, and we had the lady call us in.
There's only 7 seconds of it.
That's
I
it?
was just wondering what this bombs away thing was. I was hoping it was a bomb sound, which would have made more sense with
Yeah.
the story you were doing. But no, it's some song.
Some song.
Yeah,
from the 80s.
No, it's not the 80s. was
Sure,
it?
yeah, it sounded like it.
Dude,
was.
that totally
you know
sounded
what?
like 80s.
It was that group that
I don't know
They
who.
sang in Disney World.
That narrows it down.
Does it say? You have to look it up on YouTube.
It doesn't say anything. It just says
I know,
bombs
but
away.
at the break.
What, you want me to look it up?
Yeah.
I don't want to know what it is.
Well, I do.
Oh. Well, then you look it up.
you look it up.
You got a phone? You're always on it? Like,
All right.
oh, I got bad text messages. Oh, hold on. Timeout show. I got to check my email.
I'll have this when I get back.
Okay.
After the break.
Shepard and
Shepherd, yes.
Geronimo or something?
Yeah.
There, see?
That was the name of the show.
Ronnie's
Geronimo.
got it. All right.
By Shepherd.
Sure.
And they won they played, I think they won some award at the Disney Studios some years ago. I didn't think it was in the 80s, but man, that gal was hot.
Yeah? You wouldn't know what to do with her.
I'm willing to learn.
In fact, your first lesson is tonight with Gunga.
Yep.
He's trying to homeschool me.
Yes, he is. Oh, boy.
Yeah, that's what my 16-year-old granddaughter said to me if I was still interested in homeschooling her.
Yeah?
Well,
Your granddaughter?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, she's got this boyfriend, and my grandson, who's her twin, has a girlfriend.
Okay.
And her parents came in with my daughter, so in other words, they all know what's going on. I said,
Sure.
You left my grandson with your daughter at home, unsupervised?
Yeah.
And he says, you got a good point. He takes off. So in the second half hour, how about Joe Biden?
The second half hour? Well, we're only doing a half of the show.
I get nervous. I see when
He's all excited, like
trying to jump around.
I'm leaving early. I'm getting to Amen Quarter before the snow flies.
Hey, yeah, that brings another interesting point. If we get to AM Corner and we get stranded, I want to know who I see for sleeping arrangements.
Talk to Captain Mike. He'll be more than happy on his three-wheeled contraption. He'll get you home.
He comes in, unbuttons his shirt. He's got a shirt with a logo on it and suspenders, and he's got two
ski poles.
Ski poles.
He's got ski poles
coming into a bar.
Well, sure.
He says, "Well, my back." And so he starts stretching out, and my granddaughter's going, "What is this thing?"
Well, you've got to stretch out where you can. Why would you do it outside when you can do it in front of all your friends?
Oh, yeah.
And my family, yeah.
And your family.
Yep.
Well, he didn't know your family was there before he got there.
He didn't much care.
No, that too.
He let some gal take him down to Chicago, and he goes to some kind of.
It was a play, wasn't it?
No,
or
it was
something?
a play. It was a
jazz
club.
Jazz club.
Yeah.
Boring. Speaking of, why don't you plug your thing for this afternoon? Your choir thing.
Oh, the choir thing?
You got a minute or you got about 40 seconds.
Yeah, tonight is the concert for the MGV Harmonia German Male Chorus. Had our dress rehearsal last night. Got the Holy Rosary Auditorium at 43rd Street and 22nd Avenue. We're all set to go down there, so hopefully the snow won't keep everybody away. So we got all kinds of good German food and good stuff down there, and a great show for everybody, and dancing afterwards to the music of the Wonder Bars.
Maybe I'll bring Gunga over.
And we do serve alcohol there.
Good morning, everybody. If you just joined us, this is Uncle Scotty Barter, and welcome to the April 27th Pick-to-Click edition of the Kenosha Today Weekly Report. We are live and local, which is always a real fan favorite here at Pothole Central. Hey, Elmo, you were talking about 22nd Avenue where Holy Rosary. Is that torn up?
No.
It's not. Okay.
No, it's where it is torn up. What I found out yesterday is south end.
South side, yeah.
76th Street south.
Oh, they're doing all that.
It is all
first,
torn
yeah.
up down there.
Today.
Man, they can't get there fast enough. 22nd Avenue all the way up.
That terrible.
And Sheridan Road. Man, I think we...
and 60th Street.
We have to run Cy Costabile again.
Mm-hmm.
Up by the fire department.
Yeah. If you just joined us here in our Kenosha Today Encounter group, we are broadcasting live from Studio A here at AM 1050. WIP on your radio dial, 262-694-1050. We are brought to you this morning by our major sponsors, the Boathouse Pub and Eatery and Barter's Financial Planning Services, along with a host of many other very fine local businesses. As you can tell from the first hour, we are taking serious journalism to an all-time high, spanning the globe, reporting on national and state stories, local issues, and basically your go-to guys for all the fake news. And joining us this morning, the Kenosha Today fixer, Elmo Schneider's here.
Good morning. You know, Uncle Scotty, when I gave the little bit about our concert tonight, the MGV Harmonia at Holy Rosary, 22nd Avenue and 43rd Street, I neglected to give the time. So doors open at 5, concert starts at 6:30.
Very good. And by the way, we did check the radar, the Doppler.
Yes.
And although this right over here, it says there's snow supposed to be here.
Right.
But there's nothing on the ground yet.
Nothing yet.
Okay.
We're being protected by the missile defense system. It must have malfunctioned and they have it up.
Right.
Dome over us.
But for those that are living out in the Whitecaps area, 17th District, we had a caller.
They're revving them up out there.
There are 8 trucks out there just ready to drop them and go. And also with us this morning, every young snot-nosed little kid's role model, our video coordinator, the Buddy Love, is here looking very spring-like these days.
Hi, Scotty.
We've got now you're going to upset Bubba when you start talking that way.
Yeah.
You better get yourself some suspenders.
Well, I'm jealous you with, what's his name?
Yeah, well,
Gunga.
you had your chance. Also performing as both the engineer
Dodging bullets over there.
and board operator and a role model of his own right, Wacky Wayne embraces us with his presence this morning.
No, there's a little too much mingling. I will not be embracing anyone. It'll be high fives, maybe some fist bumps, but
yeah,
no embracing.
No room for honey bunny.
Boy, you must have did some homework and stayed up last night because you're all jacked up here. My question to you every Saturday is: any reason the Lord should be weeping?
Not yet, but after your date with Gunga tonight, there will probably be some weeping.
Yeah,
it might not be
the floodgates
God,
will be open.
Scotty might be weeping, but
this is ground zero.
Yeah, I bet.
Ground zero.
Yeah, let's go ahead.
Good morning. You're on Kenosha Today,
Good morning, Uncle Scotty.
Captain.
I got to defend my
Honor?
my suspender stuff here. You know.
Okay, go ahead. What is your what is your defense?
You know, my back always hurts. You know, I'm bent over. But one of the reasons I'm bent over is to keep my pants up, I think. And every time I try to stretch, my pants fall down. And it's embarrassing, you know. I was at a political thing, and I jump up, I stick out my vote, Senator, and my pants fell down.
Here's what you got to...
my life.
Okay, hey, here's how you got to... Pay attention to this. So here's what you rough.
Pants on the ground, looking like a fool with your pants on the ground, with the gold in your mouth, hat turned sideways, pants hit the ground. Call yourself a cool cat, looking like a fool, walking downtown with your pants on the ground. Giddy up, get your pants off the ground, looking like a fool.
So I can understand your logic.
You tell that man I want a piece of him, man.
I want the Lord. Captain, I can see your logic where suspenders will help your back. I can see that.
Yes.
Okay.
Now, please explain the ski poles.
Yeah, that was beyond me.
I'm trying to stretch, you know. Before I could even walk to the boathouse from my house, I'd have to stop 3, 4, 5 times sometimes. I walk the whole way. I stretch maybe twice, maybe 3 times on the ski poles because it keeps me upright.
Okay.
I'm trying to get the curve out of my back.
My granddaughter,
it's working.
Okay, my granddaughter says she took one look at you and she said, "I didn't know the circus was in town this weekend."
We need somebody to be shot out of a cannon. We got a small cannon. We're trading for the big cannon. Maybe we could try your granddaughter with the little cannon.
Here's we can do like an Evel Knievel. We'll take you out in the parking lot at the boathouse and see if we can get you across the small harbor and land you kind of on the beach down there by the Simmons Island Beach House.
Just put a minnow on my mouth and I'll wait with bated breath.
Have you got all your supplies? Because the snowstorm's about to hit, and I don't know if you're going to be able to get out till probably Memorial Day.
I knocked over that girl with the 30 cases of Coors Light, yeah.
So anyway, I missed this thing about the ski poles. Hit me with that one more time. I'm missing that.
Well, I'm trying to stretch. I'm trying to get I'm bent over, you know, and I'm trying to get the curve out of my back. So with the ski poles, I can kind of like stand upright and pull myself. I can only do like at this one place they got a treadmill. I can pull myself up because there's a roof on it, but I can only 10 minutes and 9 minutes with pain. I did 2 15 minutes without hardly any pain, and I'm getting better.
So
I'm getting better.
Is this something that you thought of, or did you find this off the internet, or are you just did a bona fide doctor tell you this?
Well, you know, I kept on pulling my belt tighter and tighter. I couldn't get it any tighter. And then, like, when I'd sit down, my belt or whatever I had would expand, and then I'd jump up for some reason, and my pants would fall down.
I guess we get the picture now.
Well, I'm always like, certain ways so my pants don't fall down. With the ski poles and the suspenders, I tell you, I'm going to be, we're the next Summer Olympics. Put my name in, man. Decathlon.
One more question, then I got to let you go. Do you wear those with your boxers at night when you're sleeping?
It's for some me to know and others to find out. Hey, do you know what day it is today? I just noticed it in the smart reader, Frank Carmichael's thing. Yeah. It says today is National Drug Take Back Day, April 27th.
So
there's local drop-off sites available 365 days a year. And my neighbor says if you want, he'll pick this stuff up at your house.
All right,
which will save me some money. Yeah,
we'll see you at the conference. Are you going to be? Are you going to be wearing the suspenders?
Sure.
Do you have a pair for dress and a pair for casual wear?
Well, of course. Doesn't any gentleman?
The operative word there is gentleman.
Matching jockstrap.
Well, I know you got to get ready for your performance at the circus tonight, so I'll have to let you go. I'll tell my granddaughter. She wanted to know exactly. She says, "Grandpa, what is that?"
More gunpowder. Gunpowder.
And then my daughter, her mother says, she thought you came from Notre Dame, and
no, he's the hunchback of Harborside.
Well, good luck. All right, I gotta go.
Scods me because of me hump.
Yeah.
Okay,
right.
Take it easy.
Bye.
Okay, bye.
Yep. All right. Good morning. You're in Kenosha today.
This is Ganga again. I'm at the Rexplex fishing, and it's snowing.
snowing at the Rexplex. Uh-oh.
Yes, it is. Heading your way. Probably
We're pretty
about
close
a mile
here.
away.
Should I be wearing a turtleneck tonight then?
Yes, wear the cute little Eskimo outfit I like.
I mean, the one with the dicky?
Without.
Without. Okay.
Buckle ups.
Well, thanks, Gunga, for enlightening us.
Well, you're welcome. I just got one.
Got a little nibble, did you?
I've got to go. I've hooked one.
Hey, now don't go cheating on me this afternoon.
Certainly not.
Has to whet his appetite.
Yes, no one's mouth is softer than yours.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh.
Thank you, Gunga.
Bye.
Now you got me really excited.
Now you're all flustered.
Now you're all flustered.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, the status of this morning's Secret Word Challenge, sponsored by Barter's Financial Planning Services, has not been mentioned.
So it's essentially anybody who touches you gets you flustered.
Well,
it's not just the pretty
much.
girls. Gunga got you flustered.
He gets me nervous.
Oh, yeah, right.
Hot and bothered.
You're
yeah.
all...
Hey.
Mickey O'Shaughnessy was sitting next to you. You were all flustered with him. I see what...
I have my standards.
They're just very, very low. Got it.
Male, female, doesn't matter.
I'm in a slump, too, by the way.
Right.
Don't feel sorry for me.
No, not even a little bit.
I'm going to come out of this. I'm going to come out of this.
Oh, yeah.
By my 70th birthday.
You're going to come out of the closet real quick.
Oh, I didn't say that.
Hey, fella.
Captain Mike just called us. Okay, now, boys and girls, written in our home office at Amen Corner on the deck at the Boathouse Pub and Eatery, this week's top 10 thought-provoking category, the top 10 reasons people should not listen to the Kenosha Today Show. Number 10, it's way too intense for the listeners whose IQs are less than .08. Number 9, the City and Jeopardy questions are way too tough. Number 8, they're too cheap to offer a free salad bar. Number 7, 99% of the show should be controlled by a dump button. Number 6, only songs they know is the theme to the Flintstones and will never smoke weed on the trolley again. Number 5, one of their biggest stars is the pervert prince from Pakistan who owns his own camel. Number 4, the only thing that is thought-provoking about the top 10 is when Bubba tells everybody to get out and stay out. Number 3, callers refer to them as the idiots on Saturday morning. Number 2, ratings that should end up in a commode, and the number 1 reason people should not listen to the Kenosha Today Show.
It's the crappiest show on radio, the crappiest show I know. It's the crappiest show on radio, the crappiest show I know. There's no other word to describe the show, so that's what I'm telling you so. It's the crappiest show on radio, the crappiest show I know.
See, be honest, you will miss us. You will miss us.
Yes.
He can tune in whenever he wants.
Exactly.
Or tune out.
I got to work that song into our choir repertoire.
The crappiest show on the radio.
Get it translated to German.
Yeah.
It'll be fine.
I don't.
It'll probably sound a lot angrier too.
Get how many you got? 30 members?
No, we had a few guys retire, so we're down to about 24.
So you get 24 drunken, angry Germans singing that song.
But it's only like 16 minutes. He's going to have to flesh out some more words. At least make it a couple of minutes worth.
Hey, our Kenosha Today group, Billy Goat and the Four Milkers, we do a 4-hour set with Gloria, Louie. We'll never smoke weed on the trolley again, and we end up. We do a 4-hour set. And we also included that one in there. So
all 16 seconds.
Hard to believe we don't get a lot of gigs with that.
Right.
I want to thank KRS Painting Corporation, specializing in commercial. Look, boys and girls, the clock on the wall here at Studio A says it's 11:18, and everybody knows what that means, right?
It's time for a phone call.
Oh, okay. See? I blend. Good morning.
Yeah.
You're on Kenosha Today.
Yeah, good morning. You guys are making me laugh a little bit sometimes.
Who's this?
You wanted Maggie.
Maggie.
Hi, Maggie.
And I'm part of the Kenosha Rocks group.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And they had a thing about us calling in today. And so I thought I'd call in. My friend got me really involved in it. She saw about it and heard about it. And I was gone on a vacation. And she messaged me and said, it's addicting. I couldn't wait to get back.
So is alcohol.
Well, I had a rock that I brought to Vegas that I found before I left, and it said Lucky Rock.
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't lucky because I didn't win.
Nobody wins in Vegas.
I was going to leave it out there if I won.
Oh, I see.
But I didn't, so I brought it home, and I kept it.
Oh.
And I went to Potawatomi Bingo,
Mm-hmm.
and didn't win up there in bingo, so I still have it. But I got addicted to this.
So how many have you made,
And
approximately?
like a couple weeks ago, we had a rock hunt, Easter rock hunt at Pets, the week before Easter. And some people were making like 100 smiley faces on low rocks,
Yeah.
just to hide for everybody to find, or they were making beautiful creations.
So Maggie,
and hiding them.
Maggie, you're not part of some cult, are you?
Oh no, no.
This is on the up and up.
But on the up and up totally, and it was fabulous. We hid them for the people to find, and basically it was like a little kids Easter rock hunt going on. But adults were also we can do it too. But I had such a good time. I'm a little bit physically disabled where I can't walk real good.
Okay.
So painting them to me is an extreme pleasure because I'm the person who does stick people. Previously, this brings out your creativity in another mode that you've never experienced sometimes.
Well, the one I'm looking at,
Not only
the one I was given, it's got like little eyeballs that actually roll around and looks like they painted like a guy's got a head and a nose and a mouth. And this was given...
googly eyes.
Googly eyes,
Googly
yeah.
eyes, yeah.
And this was given to me personally, but I don't think you should put the word scum on one of these.
No.
That's a little over the top,
No,
don't you think?
No, yeah.
I'm just kidding.
It's like, adult things you shouldn't really put out there where a child would be at. I mean, if you want to put like something adult verified, if you want to call it, put it at a bar or something like that where a child would not be.
What makes you think I hang out in bars, Megan?
Well, I don't either. I don't either. That's why I don't make those kind of rocks. But it's become something that we do here at our household every day.
Mm-hmm.
And I had it marked on my calendar about talking to you guys and listening to you guys this morning. And I heard out in the area where we do our rocks, everybody was up, got up. Everybody's like, we're doing rocks. And it was like, it's a great thing because it's going to be nasty out.
Yeah, well,
supposedly.
I'm glad you...
and
I mean, is this a formal organization, or you got a president, a vice president, or just anybody just does this on their own as a whim? I mean, because I never heard of it.
We do it on our own, but there are a couple administrators.
Oh, okay.
Like I guess they, help out with the planning and organization, and if someone might get out of control, maybe.
Maggie, when did this start? The question was.
Maybe a year ago, when I left the middle of March to go to Vegas. There's about 5,800 people that were joined.
Oh, really? Wow.
When I came back a week later, and about now last time I looked, it was about 6,300 people at least.
So this is a Facebook thing, right? You post this on Facebook?
Yeah, but it's called Kenosha Rocks. You just look it up on Facebook, look up Kenosha Rocks, it'll pop up. Pull it up, look at the pictures. They're beautiful rocks. Some of these people are real serious artists. And then you get some that, are like me. We're trying. We're like the starving artist.
Well, I'm going to have to make one.
Then you get the kids. But it's not only for Kenosha. Every city has it under their city name, rocks. Some of the people's rocks who's painted here have went to like Jamaica, other countries like the UK and stuff. When they post it, you see where they brought it to.
Well, I'm glad you called because for some reason I missed this thing, and usually we figure we're the pulse of Kenosha, but
oh, definitely, definitely get WLIP involved in the Kenosha Rocks, and it will make Kenosha, like you said, what made Racine smart. This will make Kenosha the place to be.
Wayne, why are you shaking your head?
Yeah.
I came back to Kenosha after being a lifelong resident. I came back after being gone for a short amount of time, a few years.
Yeah.
And I'm totally satisfied with being back. The stuff that people say negatively about Kenosha, it's not just Kenosha, it's everywhere.
Yeah.
And Kenosha's much better than different places I've been.
Well, very good, Maggie.
I agree.
Appreciate the call, and maybe we'll see you at the next rocks mixer, whatever it is.
Yeah, you definitely gotta get it out there and let everybody know about it. And then if you guys, know a little bit more about it, you can announce like the events that we're having too.
Maggie, we know so little here. It's hard to
Well,
where we
it's
just-
knowledge.
Knowledge?
It's knowledge. It's like we do. Speak the word, and it's knowledge.
Well, when I speak, not a lot of good stuff comes out, but I will do my very best.
Okay.
All right, Maggie.
Real good. Well, I'm going to listen to the rest of the show, and hopefully we won't get the snow that's supposed to be coming. If not, paint rock.
The official word is it's already snowing on the
I heard it
WIP
right
weather
back.
deck. So you better hunker
Yeah,
down.
well-
It's going to be here well.
Yeah, we're close to Sheridan Road, so it hasn't started yet here.
Okay.
But today's the day to paint rocks. Tomorrow we'll hide them, and everybody can find them then.
You got it. Thanks for calling, Maggie.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Maggie May. A little Rod Stewart song.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how I missed this thing. I guess it's been publicized, but of course, I'm still thinking Nixon's still president, and he's doing a hell of a job.
Hell of a job.
So, but you're not. She wants WIP to get involved. Do you think all the rockheads here at the station will get involved with this?
Well, Scott, I know you're a little confused. You thought it was about like Corbell on the rocks. So that's
Old Overholt.
Yep.
Did I tell you that we're going to play a little Stump the Chumps if anybody wants to?
I think we were just getting to that.
Yeah. A huge opportunity for our audience to bring something of intelligence, sophistication, and prove to the rest of the Kenosha Today Nation that we are barely smarter than fifth graders. And the phone, we don't actually have to clear the phone lines for this, but we're going to take your trivia question or a song title, and if you can successfully stump the chumps, which this morning is Elmo, Spider Ron, Wacky Wayne, and myself, 262-694-1050. Hit me with your best shot there, big boy.
Mm-hmm. Pat Benatar.
That's not. I remember the first time we played that, and somebody called in and said that. Yeah, it's Pat Benatar. Yeah. That's just the promo.
Yeah, that's just building up the act. You can't call in and say that. That's just silly.
A couple other things. Oh, we better get to. I better get to the boathouse here.
You better. They're one of our.
I think that'd be a great event. We can do that on the tall ships and shoot him, caterpillar him across the harbor.
Catapult, not caterpillar.
Caterpillar. I don't know why you want to crawl across him slowly, but.
And
I think instead of a cannon, we get a giant slingshot. What about that?
Yeah. And we can dress him up looking like Evel Knievel with stars and stripes suspenders.
Yep.
And
lime green stretch pants.
Lime green stretch pants. He comes down with his ski poles. And that's got a lot of possibilities.
Oh, lots of possibilities.
Speaking of possibilities, Joe Biden announced he's going to run for president. I don't know.
He's a fossil.
He's 76, but at any rate, I think one of the. I don't know. I have a feeling that this election from now on is going to get ugly, and I think between him and Trump beats him on Twitter and everything else, and but Joe Biden seems to be the Democrats' go-to guy right now. And anybody, I don't know who else they got out there. Not Barry Sanders, Bernie.
Barry Sanders.
Yeah. One of the greatest football players ever. And, of course, Pleasant Prairie.
He couldn't do any worse.
Pleasant Prairie's got they're going with this future Pleasant Prairie downtown. They're going to have civic activities, amenities, smart community, village marketplace, a place for everyone, housing options, leisurely life, parks, trails, open spaces. I think Pleasant Prairie's doing it right, in my view. I think they got a good handle on what they're going to do here. And that could, in my opinion, maybe cause some competition with what's going on in the downtown Kenosha, because here you're right off of 165. And
right.
It may. Yes? Good morning on Kenosha today.
Oh, good morning.
Okay. Bubba, my man.
Yeah, let's see here. Excuse me. Miss? These pancakes were supposed to be $1, not $1.03. I'm holding
Court here at the Kenosha Corner down at the Kenosha Hospital cafeteria.
I see.
Dollar Pancake Day, see.
How's the crowd down there, Bubba?
We got a good crowd.
Yeah.
We got our usuals are here.
Okay.
Now I want to talk to you people about the old 76, see. Or you just
That's a giant
you just
steak,
mentioned
right?
The age of Mr. Biden is 76, and that brought me back to Rule 76.
Which is?
See. Well, these scammers, they have a set of rules, and the old 76 is the slab leak. See. That's where the scammers will get downstairs, normally around your traps, and tell you that they have this special machine that can locate a slab leak.
Oh, I wasn't aware of that.
There's no such thing as a machine that can locate slab leaks.
Oh.
But what they do is they bring in a piece of equipment. Maybe it's a metal detector, and they put a piece of tape on it, and they may use a marker that says slab finder, see, or leak finder.
Well,
they're scammers.
I see that. And you're...
Oh, I've got a special machine. That's when they may bring in some dirt or gravel, too. When you're not looking, the machine says your sewers have a slab leak.
So your advice...
No.
Okay.
That's when I say the words, get out and stay out, and don't come back. That's the old 76. Sometimes I'll catch them in the X, see, and say,
okay,
trying to give me the old 76 routine. I don't think so. Not here. Not in Kenosha.
Yeah. Well, you're
so
much...
don't fall for these scam artists that say they have special equipment that can look into your sewers.
Okay. Bubba, I got to go to a weather break here, and I hope you
They
survive.
need to have a professional camera. Those are my pancakes.
Okay, Bubba, thanks.
And I'm not done with the newspaper yet either.
All right. Okay, Bubba, thank you very much for your public service announcement. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Is this another call?
Yep.
Yes.
Oh, we'll take this one before we go to the weather.
Never
Good,
mind.
good morning. Yes?
Go on.
Good morning, you're on Kenosha.
No.
Not anymore.
Getting anymore.
We're gone.
All right.
Moving on.
So, are back and heading down the home stretch on the Kenosha Today trolley ride this morning. If you just joined us, this is the April 27th edition of the Kenosha Today Weekly Report. The good news, we are still here broadcasting live to over 1.4 million people residing here in the Kenosha Today Nation. Being brought to you by our major sponsors, the Boathouse Pub and Eatery and Barter's Financial Planning Services, along with a host of many other very fine local businesses. With us this morning, the ever-loving Elmo the Fixer Schneider.
Good morning.
And from a galaxy far, far away called Spider Dome, the Buddy Love, the camera dude.
Morning.
And along with our engineer board operator, Wacky Wayne, joins us hanging on our My Every Word.
Hanging on our my?
Our My.
Our my? Yep, hanging on the words.
It's a relative of Gunga.
Can a guy just maybe accidentally make a mistake without having it being flagged and chastised?
No, not on
Probably not, no.
We are here each and every Saturday morning from 10 a.m. until noon. And if you happen to miss our Saturday show, again, you can listen to tomorrow, WIP at noon, and relive all the magic. And don't forget to join the Kenosha Today Nation. Like us on Facebook. Almost this rock thing is something we should be... Should we do a Kenosha Today rock? I think we got to entertain that.
There's a few rocks in your Long Island, aren't there?
just till I get to the bottom. Good morning, you're on Kenosha Today.
Good morning. How are you doing, gentlemen?
Who's this?
This is Dennis from Kenosha.
Oh.
First-time caller on your show.
First-time caller, last-time listener, right, Dennis?
Oh, I said that before, so I guess I'm not.
Okay. Go ahead, Dennis. What's up?
Trivia question.
Okay.
The lady actress who plays a lieutenant cop at Special Victims Unit of Law and Order, her name is Marcia Haggerty. Whose daughter is she?
Well, Mr. Haggerty.
The outdoor guy with the beard.
That's true, but Mr. Haggerty was married to a famous actress.
Mrs. Haggerty.
Who's no longer with us. That wasn't her show name.
Okay, just a second. The lady that plays...
Mariska Haggerty. Is the actress.
Marissa Haggerty, that's her real name.
Right.
He plays the lieutenant on Special Victims Unit on Law and Order.
Okay. And so you want to know what her mother, who her mother is, or what?
Her mother
Who
was
her
a
mother
famous
was,
actress.
yeah.
Who mother
actress.
was?
Yeah.
Elmo.
Who her mother was.
I don't even know who this gal is.
Okay.
I never dated. I never dated her mother, did I?
Well, no. I wish you would have.
He wishes he would have, too.
Go ahead, Dennis.
Concentrate on her last name and think about who
Merle?
her father was married to. Haggerty was the last
Haggerty.
name.
Well,
could it be like,
yes.
Was the father like Dan Haggerty? Wasn't he the outdoors guy?
yeah, he was the guy that played Mr.
No.
Yeah, Dan Haggerty. Or he was.
He was an actor, but okay, that's not.
That's not who you're talking about.
That's not the. Okay, so.
Well, Dennis.
Phyllis Diller. No.
Not. He says Phyllis Diller. That's not it, is it?
No.
Not even close.
No.
All right, Dennis, you got us. Who is it?
You ready?
Yeah.
Jane Mansfield.
No kidding.
Okay.
Yep.
I did date her one time.
You wish.
Well, actually, as a kid growing up, I had a lot of her pictures.
So did I.
I told my mother they were wrestling in sport magazines, but
Of course, they gave me the ultimate quiz. What color were her eyes? I had no idea.
yeah, right. Well, Dennis, you got anything else going on? That was a good question.
Come in here.
Oh,
I just thought it was interesting. That's all. When I heard that information about her, because she's a very pretty woman.
She
has
was
dark hair though, but she is she's very nice looking.
What was Jane Mansfield?
No, I don't have much else.
You lead a lonely life, do you, Dennis?
Well, it's Saturday. You know, I turn my brain off on Friday evening.
Welcome to my world. You should call us more often.
I can tell from your show.
You should call us more often.
Have a good day, sir.
All right, Dennis. Thanks.
Take care, gentlemen.
All right,
Bye-bye.
See you, Dennis.
I don't understand these people calling us gentlemen. You know, maybe that's
It's a polite turn of phrase. They can't really say. They can't really say what you should really be called on the radio.
They're being sarcastic.
Take it and run with it.
all right. We're going to put that off to the side. We're going to put this off to the side. I've got high five zingers and doofuses. Are you ready for that?
We're going to give a clue here.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Thanks.
The secret word.
This is a clue.
This is the clue. It is a word used to describe an element of speech.
Boy, lost me there. But say that again one more time.
A word used to describe an element of speech.
Or something that should have happened to Scotty years ago.
What is the
And now, boys and girls, it's time for this week's special editorial segment, High Five Zingers and Doofuses. This morning's headliner is As the Fertilizer Turns.
As the fertilizer turns.
And this week's high five goes to the Kenosha Small Fry basketball team for winning the international championship this past week, and for the second time in the last 3 years. And for their amazing thing is they defeated a team from Chicago Heights in the championship game. And all too often teams that play in these events such as this, to include the Little League World Series, sometimes not all the rules are followed. However, in this case, all the players must be no taller than 5'1" and be no older than 12 years of age. And adhering to the height rule is pretty easy, but producing birth certificates out of Chicago, well, you know, they didn't come up with the slogan, vote early and vote often for nothing. And so to Coach Jenny Kenosha and all the players, we salute you and give you a big high five. Should I interrupt this and take this call or no?
No.
Okay. This week's zinger, Green Bay Packers general manager Brian the Goofy, whatever his last name is, for wasting their first-round pick. This is my view. 12th overall, and some dopey defensive lineman whose only college highlight film was from Michigan of him limping off the field, and he didn't play in even his senior year. With Aaron Rodgers nearing the end of a great career, I would think that protecting a 35-year-old legend and drafting skilled position players would have been a huge priority, in my view. Oh, well, I guess I have to get out my Bears attire for opening game because somehow I think it's going to be very long and cold in Green Bay this winter. And this week's doofus goes to Governor Tony Evers for telling us that he wanted to renegotiate with Foxconn. Oh, wait a minute, wait just a minute. That was last week. This week the Gov says it's Foxconn that wants to renegotiate the deal. And to this we say, poppycock. I really just got to wonder what color the sky is in the Gov's world these days. I think I suggested last week that if I was Foxconn CEO, Fast Louis the Woo, I would want to redo this deal too. The only thing I would suggest at this point in time to protect the state of Wisconsin's taxpayers and to be on the safe side is that we still better wait for Governor Evers' drug test to come back from the lab. And there you have it, folks, as the fertilizer turns for this Saturday, April 27th. I'm Scotty Barter, and I approve this message. You want to hit Pete's or Union Park Tavern there?
Yep. Union Park.
Today, or this week, this was back on Wednesday, this guy from West Dallas made his claim for $768 million in the Powerball jackpot. And what did we estimate, Elma, he's going to take away from this?
342.
The owner can choose a cash option, $477. And
Right. Well, the rule is generally divide by 3. So
Okay.
after the cash option and taxes, you're left with about a third of what the jackpot is.
So the state of Wisconsin keeps $36 million, and the federal government will keep $114 million. Yeah, you're right, Spider. He comes away with about $326 million, which is still a good chunk of change. And there's legislation that's being introduced pretty soon here that in Wisconsin, if you win this, you have to make yourself public.
Mm-hmm.
And they're going to try to say the only thing that has to be public is where you bought it.
Right.
And I think that's a good idea because you're talking $326 million. There's just too many weirdos that would come and try to, there's ransoms and things like that.
It's a million and one bad things that can happen to this guy. Right.
Yeah.
You know, in another state, they had a guy did that, and they didn't give his name, but he had to appear like in television accepting the check and stuff like that. He wore one of those Skeletor masks, so you couldn't see his face on there.
Well,
there was a lady that took one of the states to court over, she's like, no, I refuse. You can't tell anybody who I am.
Yeah.
And
I don't know how that ended up, but I think there's too much at stake and it too risky to say, here I am.
Yeah, right.
I got 326.
This is who I am. Have a nice day.
Yeah.
Please kidnap my children.
Right.
Oh, sure.
If I would have won $326 million, let's see, how much divide by 650, how many Long Islands would that be?
That's just enough to pay off your bar tab.
Yeah. and still have
you just be
at
back to
least-
even.
Right. At least enough for one more iced tea on your bill.
I could make this up and send them a picture that I won a couple million and see what that takes me.
Sure.
I could change my my dating thing to big spender.
Get out and
Stay out.
Independently wealthy.
Yeah. 262-694-1050. We had a couple things. Here's a Texas woman. This is when we get down to the end. See?
Right.
See? And a Texas woman locks herself inside a Walmart garden center for an hour after the stores closed. And she thought that she wasn't rescued. She just got locked inside the Walmart garden center. And she tried banging on the door and wasn't able to call because of her laryngitis. And so you know what Walmart did? This was Walmart's fault. They gave her a gift card and a free plant as compensation. I think that's fair.
Yeah, sure.
And then they should give her some therapy for being stupid enough to get locked in there. Here's another story. A French woman broke a world record for running a marathon in high heels with a time of, 6 hours, 4 minutes? And she smashed the record previously set by a U.S. woman. And she joked, how you try to run a marathon in high heels? I just don't understand why anyone would want to take on that task.
Nah.
I know when I tried it, it
didn't work out.
It hurt my,
you didn't make it too far?
No.
No.
Down goes Scotty.
Right?
And here's a middle schooler.
Gungo will be saying that exact same thing tonight.
Yeah.
Oh, boy, you're getting your last licks in, aren't you?
I had to wait a couple of seconds. He had to wait. What did he just say?
Yeah.
Oh, light bulb went on. It's like the best part of this day.
Sometimes the light's on, but
Nobody's
nobody
answering
home.
the door.
Yeah.
That's what makes the video worth watching.
Yeah. It's that realization. You can see the realization spark in Scotty's eye.
No. If you want to see me
Yes, just like that, Ronnie.
get me all red and hot and bothered. Good morning, you're in Kenosha today.
It's Captain Mike again, Uncle Scotty. that high heel thing, that's a trick as old as a book. It's cheating. It's downhill all the time when you're in high. It's going downhill, man.
I give you courage for calling in and saying your name and announcing this. Okay.
Okay, I'm going to say that to my wardrobe, man. Okay, take it.
Thanks, Mike.
High heels and suspenders and boxer shorts. Okay.
Yeah, officer, I had nothing to drink.
And his red robe on.
There's
Yeah,
a pretty
it's gonna
picture.
Be great. It's going to be great.
Anyway, there's this...
Good thing you guys are going to that conference, not me.
A girl visiting a North Carolina beach made an unusual and rare discovery, a shark tooth that could be, it's estimated, up to 3 million years old. Uncle Scotty lives. You know, I was wondering what happened to that. She found this fossilized tooth, and it looked like a million years ago. I didn't know we had a million years in this planet, did we?
Well, that's, a point of conjecture.
Some of your dates.
Start arguing with people. See, now Captain Mike called back, so that's 2 calls for him, 2 calls for Gunga, and we wouldn't have a day without 2 calls from...
See, now Captain Mike called back.
Hi, Shirley.
Hi,
Turn
Shirley.
down your radio.
Oh, yeah, I got to turn it off. Oh, my gosh. Yeah, I made it home with my supplies before the blizzard.
I know I was sitting here waiting with bated breath for
We
the
were
update.
wondering how this was going to work out. Yeah.
Yeah, there was a few flurries and then stopped, so maybe that's it. I don't know.
Good.
I
2
think
to 4 snowflakes, not 2 to 4
I think
inches.
I think what's going to happen is I should start praying for you.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I need all the help I could get, yeah.
After this behavior, calling in to tell us that you went shopping.
Yeah, well, I wanted to tell you that I made it back with my supplies.
Well, we were thinking about that. We were waiting here for almost the whole 2 hours if you were going to make it back.
I was waiting for her to swing through with the rum chata here, but obviously she doesn't care about us.
Yeah.
It's all about getting home with your supplies.
Right, yeah. And I got to say hi to Nancy and Dennis.
Oh,
well, you don't have to say hi to them.
I'm glad she's feeling better, feeling good. That's wonderful.
Dennis takes good care of her. So.
He does. Oh, he sounds like a very good husband.
Yeah,
He
she's
sure-
in the
he
basement.
sure
She's doing
does.
fine.
She leads him around on a little dog chain, and when they go to the mall, he's sitting there. He's sitting there with a bowl of Alpo in the food court and a bowl of water. Stay, Dennis, stay till I get done.
Well, that's a good husband, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, the question Spider wants to know is, when you went out shopping, did you take your transistor radio so you didn't miss any of this?
I usually do, but I was in a hurry, so I forgot it. So I hope I didn't miss anything. But I'll listen
you missed the
tomorrow
best
at
part,
noon for
Shirley.
sure.
3 people called in and talked about you.
Did they really? Well, I'll have them tomorrow. I hope it was good and not bad.
Here's the only thing I can remember. Gunga said you and him are kaputski.
What?
Are kaput, done.
You're being dumped for scat.
You said that? Oh.
Gunga's dumping you for scat.
Yep, he's seen my ways, and he's coming over to the other side.
That's kind of scary. That make you want to stay in your house and lock your doors.
Yeah, well, good luck.
Yeah.
They're going on a date to the Sugar Shack tonight.
Yeah.
I wonder if he'll bring his camel.
Oh, yeah, there'll be definitely a 2-humper there.
Maybe I'll let you ride it.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, boy, Shirley from not beyond the 3-point arc. All right, let's go.
Thanks, Shirley.
Yeah.
Okay, don't get caught in the snow.
No, not us. Bye-bye, 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 bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Adios.
Anyway,
Where were we here?
Yeah.
Kindred Kitties are going to hold their Beat the Heat Spray Neuter Awareness Walk on Sunday, which is tomorrow, out at Lake Andrea. Registration
all right.
25, yeah. $25.
Ain't gonna be no heat out there.
I feel sorry for people. Well, even like in your concert, that you have spent all this time and money and food, and and if it starts to snow like
they're claiming it's going to, yeah.
And don't.
Well, tomorrow, depending, what time's the event tomorrow? The cat dog walk thing?
You know what? They didn't even put the time in.
Okay, so at some point tomorrow, I mean, it's supposed to be 50 and sunny. So, I mean, it'll just be wet. Really.
Yeah.
Take all those cute little kitties.
Take the kittens, put them in a
Paper bag,
pillow sack.
Put them in the
Throw 'em
lake.
into Lake Andrea. Okay,
See if they can swim.
You know, that's my dad.
Put some rocks in there.
Painted rocks.
Painted rocks with the kitties. Yeah.
My dad took.
Oh, we're going to hell. Yeah, yeah.
Or
my dad was the one that taught
Right
me
on
how
our
to
right.
swim. He took me in the. He just pushed me off the harbor, and I was doing pretty good till after I got my way out of cut my way out of the bag.
Yeah.
The burlap sack. So
Got his foot off your head. Yeah.
he turns around. And he goes, "I'll be darned. Here's the kiosk and no life
No
preserver.
life preserver at all. All right, we're doing two first today.
All right. Good morning. You're on Kenosha today.
Hi, lads. This is Mickey O'Shaughnessy.
Yeah, Mickey.
Hey, Mickey.
I just heard you talking about the Sugar Shack.
Yeah.
I'm a diabetic, so my doctor told me I have to stay away from there.
Well, then don't go. This is what happens.
I was reading up also. I'm a big Green Bay Packer fan because they wear green and gold. And I was reading up on the first draft choice, and it says he was the second best defensive lineman in the draft, but he likes to take plays off. He doesn't play with intensity all the time.
Yep.
Oh, that's it? You don't have any more?
It's a scouting report.
Oh, okay.
And one other thing, I hope you still have that ticket, because I wrote down the numbers, and I think you're the winner in the Irish sweepstakes this year.
Uh-oh.
What's Irish Root's going to take me out in the back and pull me?
Now you get to find out what's under Mickey's kilt.
Yeah, last week when you were here, you were driving me nuts. You had to use more talc or something.
Well, that's what that pirate said when he had his steering wheel in the front of his pants.
What? Is this
You're driving me nuts.
Oh, okay. Boy, some of these are going right over my head. I've been here too long. Now I know why that guy calls in, Dennis. First time he ever called.